Burrito.
Yeah. Hello.
How we doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good. How are you?
It's just all right. This is the busiest time of the year. I think one of the busiest times is when
Yeah.
school's in full swing, hockey's in full swing. There's grad schools and Siri's going off here.
Something's wrong. Please try again.
Oh, okay. Sorry, but yeah, everything's in full swing. It's a busy time, man. How have you been doing?
Good. Everything is also in full swing here. Hockey season started about a week and a half ago. No, excuse me, half a week ago. Sorry, got that wrong.
Yeah.
A week before this episode comes out was our first game.
Yeah,
Yes.
on Friday.
Friday the 4th. No, 10th.
No,
wow,
the 3rd.
my weeks are off. The 3rd.
The
No,
3rd.
no. That was preseason. We had home opener was the 10th.
Okay, I was going to say
Home
'cause my
opener was the
birthday
10th.
was on the 5th, which is a Sunday.
Yes. But no.
So simple
home opener
math
was
would
on the 10th.
dictate that 2 days before that was the 3rd. But you're talking about the
Yeah.
week after. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I got my days confused. It's been busy, but yeah. We're into the swing of hockey season. So that's been fun. That's been fun. A lot of couple late nights, but it all paid off well on Friday. So.
Well, it's better than baseball, I'm sure. The games aren't as long, right?
Yeah, and we know how long they're going to last. That's the beauty of a sport with a clock. You know that a hockey game is going to run, 2.5, 2:45, somewhere around there, and then you don't need to, even if you go into overtime, overtime's so short, don't need to worry about it. So that's great.
60 minutes of hockey,
Yep.
and then overtime is 5 minutes at most,
Yep.
unless you're in the playoffs, obviously, but then you got the
Yeah.
shootout.
Yeah, then the shootout that takes another
Which is the
5,
best
but
and most entertaining part of hockey, one
The
may
shootout?
argue. Yeah, it's
I think, yeah. I really liked the 4-on-4 overtime that they used to have, but that's a topic for another time.
Oh no, 3-on-3 is much better. I remember going to AHL
I like
games.
the 4-on-4.
No. I remember
Yeah,
going to
'cause they
AHL
trial ran
games when they trial ran it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. It's so fast.
I remember when they trial ran the hybrid icing in the AHL too.
Oh, I don't remember that. That was
a while ago, but that felt like they were, going crazy with everything.
yeah.
I can't remember when the NHL incorporated hybrid icing. Let me see if I can find this quick.
Well, hybrid icing,
Nope.
because they the reason they had to do that is because people were going a million miles an hour into the boards.
Yeah, it was a safety thing.
Yeah, and so that was like
Yep.
the touch icing, whereas whoever touched the puck first, I believe, was before that.
Yeah, touch icing.
Before
yeah.
the hybrid, and so then now it's on the onus is on the opinion of the linesman who, and it's actually not a race per se. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, we can go into the minutia of the details here.
That's a good word. I don't even know what that means.
Like the minute details. So I guess I said the details of the details here, but
Hybrid icing, by the way, was implemented in 2013-14. I'm pretty sure the AHL had it for a couple seasons prior, maybe a season or two prior.
yeah, we do hybrid icing for college hockey.
Yeah.
Which is a little different because you're trying to guess who's going to get to the puck first is what is what it looks like when they get to about the hash marks. So it's
I
not
was
like
say,
it's not
that's
a
what
race
I've heard.
necessarily.
Yeah.
It's who you think is going to get the puck first. So like if someone's on the opposite side of the ice and they're buzzing down, but there's someone behind them on the near side where the puck is, they're going to get to the puck first, even though the other guy got to the hash marks first.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird rule that it's hard to explain to people who
It's
don't
hybrid.
understand hockey. But
it keeps the game flowing a little
So-
bit. It was in the name of player safety.
right. But I'm sure saw lots of hybrid icings on open night.
We did.
Opening night.
Yes. Yeah. Opening night wasn't the most exciting game. Team got shut out 1-0.
Wow, look
so
out.
It wasn't great.
Didn't even get to bust out the goal celebration.
Yeah, you know what was disappointing? Okay, I worked for like 3 days on this great new goal animation for the dasher boards. Okay, because for those listening, we have digital dasher boards. So essentially, the dashers where there's traditionally ads or all a video screen. Didn't get to use it opening night, so that was fun. Had to wait for the next day for that. But yeah, the lead up to opening night is always crazy. I didn't really know what to expect because this was my first one in hockey. I think I talked about how I didn't fully feel like I didn't feel like I knew how I should feel because I didn't know all the prep that needed to go into it, if that makes sense. Like I didn't know how stressed I should be. Like if my stress was at an adequate level or not, because I'd never been through an opening night in hockey before, I didn't really know what to expect with it. But yeah, it was a busy week leading up to it. Wednesday, this is a fun story. We were doing this thing where, I don't know if you saw, we spelled out the city name in the seats using posters that we were giving out that night.
Oh.
So one side was red, one side was white. We spelled out the city. It's only 5 letters long, so it fit nicely. And we were putting them up on Wednesday, and we realized that we were a little bit short. We checked the invoice, and our printing company only sent us 2,000 when we ordered 4,000. So that wasn't ideal. So we had to, rush another 2,000 over to us. Luckily, they're just down the street, so it didn't take too long. So that was a little fun. That's why we, prepped it 2 days in advance instead of day of, or else we really would have been screwed there. So that was a lot of fun.
Is that a poster you designed?
Yep, you can see it kind of hanging on the wall behind me. Right
That's
there.
cool.
Yes,
That's just a schedule. Oh, I think I saw that on the social media with it's like the circle.
Yes.
With the
it's the
that's
roof
cool.
with all the photos. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was fun. Thursday was another eventful day. The day before opening night always is. We were struggling for a couple of weeks to get our intro video playing correctly. We wanted to get the dasher boards. We have a halo over the video board and then 2 video boards as well. We wanted to get them all in sync. And our video board software wasn't cooperating. It was not sending everything at the same time. And it was really irritating. So we ended up calling the company that made the software. We're on the phone for like an hour and a half. Figured that out, learned some other things, and like that whole day, I wanted to do so many other things I didn't get a chance to. So that's always exciting. You go into a plan, and you're like, I'm going to schedule all of this stuff out in the software. Didn't have a chance to do any of that, so that was thrilling too.
Is that a proprietary scoreboard software, or what is the software?
No, we use ClickFX Prime. It's made by Chiron.
Oh,
who you are familiar with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we ended up, this guy that we ended up talking to was like one of the people that made the software that then has since sold it off and now does support for it. So we talked to him and he was able to give us some options or some ways to make everything in sync. And it's been working ever since, which is great. So that was fantastic.
And remind me, you during games operate the scoreboard.
I'm running the video boards.
Video board.
Yep. So everything that I
are you hitting the button
shows.
when someone scores a goal to
I am.
trigger the animation?
Yes, I'm hitting that. Yep.
Better not
so I do that.
Preemptively hit that button.
Nope. I am erring on the side of caution. Waiting for our game ops guy to say, goal, and then I hit it. So that's make sure that I don't jump the gun on that. So that was Thursday. Friday was an early morning. Got into the office around 7.
Oof.
Because stuff had to be done. Got the intro video fully working, got the goal animation settled, and then, tied up loose ends going up into opening night. And before the game, that was probably the most nervous I have been going into a pregame because we had been working on this intro for so long and had been struggling with it for so long with everything not being in sync, essentially. That I just wanted it to work. And I'm sitting in the control room and, working in hockey, staff, is dressing up. So I'm in, suit and tie and I have my tie on and I can feel my heartbeat, beating up against the collar of my shirt because I was that nervous. And
I didn't know you had to dress up for games. That's different for you.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm not wearing a team polo anymore like in baseball, which, keeps me warmer in the winter. But, the control room also gets very warm. So, that's a little tough. Sometimes I shed the jacket, take off the, tie, roll up the sleeves a little bit. But that was the most nervous I'd been pregame. And when, I clicked the button and everything went through and everything that we needed was going at the right time. I'm like, all right, thank God we made it. Everything's working and not.
Everybody go home. Everybody, the game. Yeah. The game doesn't even matter. We're going home.
It was what? Well, the thing with this, this sync issue is it wasn't a consistent issue. It wasn't one of the screens was going earlier than the others.
Yeah.
It was changing. Sometimes it was, one screen going ahead. Sometimes it was the dasher. Sometimes it was the halo. they were all over the place, and there was no
Well,
rhyme or reason to it. And it's not like something you can adjust in, like your editing, being like, all right, we're going to delay this one, by 10 frames. Like,
right.
it wasn't working like that, and it was so frustrating. And sometimes it would work, sometimes it wasn't, and at one point I'm like, all right, at one point, like a week out, like we thought we had it fixed, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna test this 3 times a day leading up to opening night. But then eventually it wasn't getting in sync, so we realized that we had a bigger issue on our hands. So that was a fun thing to figure out, and to finally,
Well, most of the time when you have a sync issue, you call a plumber. But that's what I do.
Good one.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I'm glad
this
you
time.
figured it out. I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah, that was a very good feeling.
I've been looking at this software. This looks pretty interesting. That you're this Chiron Prime platform.
So then, Friday went off. Team got shut out. Oh well. But that was really cool. Getting my first hockey game under the belt. It's really cool. Our team does first game pucks. So I got one of those, with the tape around the outside. So that was really neat. Very fulfilling moment, and kind of, justified all the decisions I've made the last couple months to get out here, and definitely made it feel like it was the right decision. And then it's kind of a weird feeling after like opening night, because you put so much prep into that one night, and you want everything to work and work and work, and there's so much stress with everything, and then like you get done with it, and you're like, all right, now we get to do the same thing again tomorrow, And
You
like
do it
that's
82 more times.
Well, we only
At
have
least.
36.
Well, maybe not. Yeah. Plus
we play 72 game
playoffs.
season.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like, all right, now we just get to do this again, and it's an interesting feeling, because you come into Saturday and you're like, all right, this is just another regular game now, but to go from like big night to, not big night, essentially, one after another, is a really strange feeling. And then you just kind of settle into the groove and get going. But Saturday, the team scored, went to overtime 2-2. They ended up losing, unfortunately. But it was it was a good game. Team's showing promise, close games, which is good. Going to piece it together as the season goes, just like we'll do. So it was a lot of fun. It was a very stressful weekend, but very rewarding, very fun. Now we can kind of settle into the season, which is nice.
Well, it was big because it was the first time that you guys were doing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily, and it was a bigger for you because you haven't experienced that environment before.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how big is the game day staff like that you guys work with.
Like our front office staff, or our like when we bring in like part timers too?
No, I'm like full time game day staff.
Full time staff,
Like
I think
not the people who are like entertaining, like behind front of house kind of thing.
Probably the full time. I think we have like 20 people working for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then we bring in our variety of part time people to help out with broadcasts and things like that, concessions, all that, game ops, game pres, things like that. But one thing too that added another level of stress to it is that this was our first opening night that we had the dasher boards for. So they got installed mid-season last season. They got installed in December. So there wasn't this, opportunity to do something grand, when they got installed, because they were just, kind of trying to figuring out how they work, what you can all do with them, So having the ability to do something completely fresh was something that we wanted to do, and do something that had never been seen before in the building and just kind of in general. And I think we did it. I think we gave something, people something new. But it was a lot of pressure and a lot of stress to be able to pull it off. But we finally did it, which was a good feeling.
Was the boards and all that incorporated in the pregame and all that stuff last year, or coming in mid-year, did they just use like some of the stock stuff, or how did that
so
work?
it was a little bit lighter. So like obviously you have the ads and stuff, but there were like logos, and they would do things with like synced levels on the dashers and stuff like that. Some more things that you can make in season essentially. But with having a postseason to prep stuff, we're like, all right, we want to do something cool.
So you did the whole video, like everything. That was the first time that the boards worked with like as part of a hype video or whatever you got going on before the game.
Yeah, they were involved in the hype video last season, but just more of a like a supplemental piece where it was displaying, similar graphics to what was up on the video and, like supplemental things. Whereas this one, it's, the whole thing with the video is that, we were able to split the two boards into different video feeds. So our mascot starts on the left, walks over to the right, grabs a torch, comes back over to the left, lifts the torch up, dips down onto the dashers, and those ignite with fire. And then it goes down into a hype video where everything is in sync, essentially. So that was something new that we did with getting everything, fully going together. So that was really cool. The first time, it worked like once in testing, maybe twice in testing. And the first time that it worked in testing, it was sick. And then it just took so much longer to replicate that, But then finally figuring it out, was like, all right, we're good to go. Everything's working, and we will be good to go for Friday. And that was, that was a problem that got solved like Thursday at 9:00 at night, which a little bit of 11th hour stuff, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, you
That's
got
for
to
sure.
send me a video of this because I need to see what
I
this
will.
looks
I
like.
need to see how to get one.
Or just like I don't know. There's got what does the pregame camera work look like? Like I don't.
Oh, that's the thing. So we're using, because of how we're splitting the boards, we have to use the stream feed for part of the video, so we don't get the whole thing on video. But
Oh,
there's a new way that we have this new replay software that I may be able to pull one from. We've been trying to find a way to pull a longer version of it, which I may try to do because I want to send it to my parents as well too, because they want to see it too. But yeah, that was the fun of opening weekend. It
Yeah.
was, it's a lot. It's a lot, that's for sure. But it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. It was good.
I want to see it. I got to come out and visit and watch a
Yeah.
game because I've only ever been to the Wolves by me with
For the AHL?
Chicago's AHL game, and I think they have a pretty dynamic and iconic pregame show with
Yeah.
the pyro and the skates out and
They do
blast
so
the
much pyro,
fireworks
yeah.
from his hands and all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it's thunderstruck
Yeah.
blaring throughout the Allstate Arena, and
I think-
yeah,
I may be biased, but I think our intro is obviously the most unique because we have the dashers to work with. But we realize that it's really cool, but there's also so much more we can do with it, which is, a fun challenge. But definitely something that you have to see in person. Because when we kill all the lights and, in like the hype video, there's some portions where it's going from, from a camera shot to black, back to a camera shot. And when you have all 4 screens in the building flashing on and off
Right.
like that, it looks ridiculous. It's so cool.
and so but I know we're getting towards the end here, but you worked because you helped develop this whole like I was going to say sheet, but it's not. It's like the whole video, right? Ish kind of like motion graphics that go on. And so did you work with the video guy
Yeah.
to do that?
Yeah,
It
so
was
our-
you two that did that?
Yeah, primarily. So our videographer, she made the hype video. She edited the main video portion, and then we kind of worked alongside me, trying to figure out what we wanted to put on the dashers, timing stuff up, making sure everything went, when it was supposed to, and things like that. And then I took all those files, pieced them together in the video board software, and made it work. So it was very much a collaborative effort. We had our game press guy involved with it. We had my boss, who's our VP of marketing, that was involved with it. Our social media guy, gave input. And, there were a lot of times where we were standing out in the bowl and we were running the video 10 times, and all 5 of us were out there, trying to, figure out what we liked, what we didn't like, how music had to work, what we wanted to do, where in different parts of it. So definitely took a bit to figure out, and a lot of hands in it. But I think we're all pretty pleased with how it turned out.
That's good. That's good. I'm excited to see it. I want to see it now.
Yeah.
You guys send it to me.
I will.
Or get
I'll find
someone
a
to
way.
film it, and then I'll
Yeah.
just watch. But
There you go.
yeah, because that's how that works, is just to watch. So I guess with that, we can move on to odd news.
Yeah.
So we
I have a lot of options, so you go first. I don't know which one to choose.
Okay. So
Let's
I
see
saw
if you happen to
recently.
choose one of mine. I have three.
Okay. Well, I'm a big fan of McDonald's, right? I like
Specifically
me
the McRib.
some McRibs action. We've talked about that on the show before. I like chicken nuggets. The McNuggets are where it's at.
Yep.
But they recently brought back a kind of a McDonald's staple
Okay.
in Monopoly, right?
Oh, is it back?
It's
Wait,
back.
before we go further, can I just ask you a question about nuggets? Very odd transition there. Did you see that Arby's has those steak nuggets?
Yeah, those just weird me out.
They look
I don't want to
disgusting.
try those. Yeah,
Yeah,
they look
no, they say
very
they're tender,
strange.
juicy, and perfect. I doubt they are any of those things. They look to be dry, rubbery, and not perfect at all. But maybe that could be a Reed's food review, you know. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So
Back to you.
no, that's all right. So there, this is not the odd news. This is backstory. Pretty much unrelated backstory to but I just want to talk about it. You heard. So I guess maybe we can actually just make this the odd news because are you aware of the Monopoly scandal that plagued McDonald's? Just it's a yes or no question. I don't want you to look it up. I want a yes or no answer.
Can I say briefly? I know there was a scandal about it. I don't quite remember what the scandal was.
So
How's that? Is
here-
that a good answer?
yes.
Okay, good.
So basically, there's a whole documentary about this. It's on Netflix. It's called McMillions, and so
McMillions?
yeah, that's the actual name, McMillions.
Okay.
And so basically,
McMillions.
the McDonald's
It's on Netflix?
contracted out the Monopoly game to a secure quote unquote company.
Oh gosh.
And so
This is where it went
guy,
downhill.
Jerome P. Jacobson, which is the most Monopoly name I've ever heard, Jerome P. Jacobson, was a former police officer who kind of facilitated this scam. So he worked for this security company that was kind of in charge of this game for McDonald's. And so he was stealing the winning pieces to
Oh my
the
gosh.
Monopoly game. He was stealing the winning pieces and either keeping them for himself or giving them or selling them to people that he knew, and would take a cut of it.
gosh.
So this guy made over $24 million in real money, not Monopoly money.
24 million?
$24 million before they figured out that he was doing this. And so basically, nobody ever won Monopoly from McDonald's. Like they talk about they're giving away millions and millions of dollars. Nobody actually ever won that because this guy was stealing all the winning pieces.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
Wow.
this was going on for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Before someone figured it out. And
That's crazy.
you know, so for example, this one year, Jacobson gave one game piece worth $200,000 to his butcher in exchange for $45,000 in cash. In 1998,
That's a
Jacobson
bad
would
trade.
pull his nephew into the scheme with the same offer, $200,000 for $45 up front. And so he was going on and doing this,
Wow.
right? And
Wow.
so this was in the 90s. This was like the original Monopoly game at
Yeah.
McDonald's. And so in 2000, the FBI, who should not be investigating anything to do with McDonald's,
Did you see
received
that
a
he
tip.
sold it to the mob
Yeah, this is like
or the mafia?
Yeah, this is
Oh my
crazy talk.
gosh.
Crazy talk. So he was arrested and ended up serving 37 months in prison and
That's it?
had to pay more than $12.5 million in restitution.
There it is.
So that means but he got to keep half the money. If he made over
Oh my
$24 million, he had to pay
Yeah.
$12 million back. He got to keep it.
Wow.
So the government never
21 people indicted. 53 total.
Yeah. So this was a huge scam. The government never revealed exactly how much money Jacobson made from this scheme, but he reportedly said during the trial that he stole up to 60 winning game pieces and typically charged roughly $45,000 to $50,000 per sticker.
Wow.
So
That is wild.
yeah. So this was Simon Marketing, I guess.
Surely they aren't in business anymore.
I don't know, but apparently they both sued each other for breach in contract, and obviously it didn't make much of a difference because they ended up bringing the game back with, I assume, a different company. But I just thought that was
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah.
I think I need to watch the McMillions documentary because I think they have the actual guy in it, the guy who pulled this
Oh, wow.
shenanigan. So,
Wow.
yeah. Anyway.
They say it's on HBO. I don't have HBO, so I can't watch it. But
Um,
do you have HBO?
yeah, I do. I do.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was on. It used to be on.
So I have
Netflix.
HBO.
That's not how that works.
Are you thinking of The Founder?
No, that's that Ray Kroc
Yeah.
with. That's
yeah,
not
Ray
what I'm
McDonald.
thinking
That's Old McDonald.
of. Had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. So
Wow.
yeah, no,
That's
crazy
crazy.
town.
Yeah. Well, mine isn't as exciting as that, but mine, gets us in the season because 'tis the season for Halloween. We're into October. Spooky season is here. Pumpkin spice lattes, hooray! Pumpkin patches. Haunted corn mazes. All the things that I don't enjoy doing. But this story takes us to Ohio.
Are you also easily frightened?
I wouldn't say I'm easily frightened. I'm somewhat easily frightened.
Okay.
If we're talking about a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I don't get scared of anything, 10 being I jump when I don't know, I jump when I hear random crap, if that's a good scale, I'd probably put myself on like a 6, I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I can't do that because I'm afraid of 7 because he ate 9.
He A9. Okay,
And
there
so-
you go. Good one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Good one. I have another extension of that joke that I can't share on air that I'll tell you off air, which is pretty funny.
Okay.
So this takes us to Ohio. There's some body cam footage from police that showed the pursuit of a giant inflatable pumpkin that broke free from in front of a local house and went rolling through the town. This takes us to Parma Heights. They found themselves in hot pursuit of a giant inflatable pumpkin, and little did they know that Charlie Brown was also pursuing said pumpkin. But the cops got there first. This happened in the early hours of Wednesday. This article is from the 10th, so this would have been a week ago from when we were recording it. Pumpkin was being held in place at the side of the road by an officer and a member of the public because someone was awake also chasing this pumpkin. And this officer said, I was pretty much in pursuit of it, which is hilarious. And they were able to stuff it in the back of a patrol car, which is a hilarious photo if you can find this link. They got it back to the owner's yard, and this is what the good line to end it. Officers can confirm that Cinderella's carriage did, in fact, turn back into a pumpkin just after midnight.
Stop, dude. Just stop. I like that picture. It looks like it's lit up in the inside, like it's a jack-o'-lantern.
First of all, this thing is huge. This photo of it
bigger
next
than
to
the
a house, my God, that makes that dog look tiny. But that's probably a pretty big dog. This pumpkin is probably, 12 feet tall without the stem?
Yeah, I mean it's up over the roof, and
Yeah.
I mean if it's 8-foot ceilings, it's well over. It's probably at least 10 feet tall without the stem.
Wild. Which is
There's someone in my neighborhood that has a very similar pumpkin, so
Yeah?
we'll have to
I hope it doesn't
go
blow
and
away.
by the Dairy Queen. So hopefully it's not by the Dairy Queen doesn't.
I would like to know what kind of job this person did staking this thing down, because surely not a good enough one if it's blowing away.
It's interesting that it maintained its inflated state when it was, because normally those are like there's a fan attached.
Yeah,
and
those
all this
those big blower things. Yeah,
like that.
yeah, just like that. That's exactly what they sound like. Yeah, good work.
Yes. Well, I'm also full of hot air, so I have a lot to spare.
Oh my word!
Fun times. Yeah. So
Fun times.
I'm not normally a Halloween guy. And I'm still not. We actually have a hockey game that we'll be broadcasting on Halloween Day.
Oh, we're
This
releasing
year,
a
so
podcast
we'll-
Halloween Day as well.
What?
Because Halloween's a Friday.
Yes, we
So
will
an
have a
episode will come out
podcast
that
coming
day.
out.
Yeah.
So
Maybe if we get lazy, we can just re-upload the Halloween live stream from a couple years ago.
that has the old, yeah. That was a
Yeah, it
fun.
has the old
I like
branding.
doing that. We had a
That was fun. That was a good time.
We should work on that again. Anyway, I need to get more on top of social media before we start doing that. But
Yeah.
I know,
When was
I
the
know,
last
I
time
know,
we
I know.
posted?
I don't want to talk about it, dude. It's been a busy couple weeks
You've
So-
been saying that for the last 3 months, man.
because it's been it's been a busy 3 months,
It's been the busy summer when I
It's
work
been
in
a-
higher education.
dude. It's always busy.
That's fair. You are getting
But-
married in a year.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been fun. Good conversation today. I enjoyed hearing about opening day.
Yes.
It's a great season. You're going to have a great season this year.
Absolutely. I'm very excited for it.
And welcome to the world of semi-professional hockey. I guess this is professional
This
hockey.
is professional hockey, yeah. Semi-professional?
Well, semi-pros.
You guys are getting paid? No.
All right.
Oh,
Thanks,
man.
Reid. We'll catch you all on the next one.
See ya.